so abrupt, the way I am reminded of us. I found our stuff, old Polaroids of times behind us. I can't get you out of my head. Went on a day, thought I'd get my mind off of you. We stayed up late. She got herself a glass of Pinot Noir, the same kind that you always saved up for. I have a trust back dedicated just to you. Throughout all your things I said I'd never lose. Still I find a sign reminding me of you. And I stay up countless nights just trying to forget. Lying back to back in someone else's bed, but I can never seem to get you out my head. you always go to. Don't know why. Was hoping that I'd maybe bump into you and your friends, and we could pretend this is the first time. And if I'm being honest, I thought I'd really lost it. 'Cause I save all these stories, these love songs, the things I never said to you before. I have a trash bag dedicated just for you. Throughout all your things I said I'd never lose, still I find a sign reminding me of you. Just trying to forget, lying back to back in someone else's bed, but I can never seem to get you out my head. Why do I even bother? You're pulling me out of water, can't get you out of my head. Why do I even bother? You're pulling me out of water. It's so abrupt, the way I am reminded of us. I found our stuff, old Polaroids of times behind us. I can't get you out of my head. Went on a day, thought I'd get my mind off of you. We stayed up late. She got herself a glass of Pinot Noir, the same kind that you always saved up for. I have a trash bag dedicated just for you. Throughout all your things I said I'd never lose, still I find a sign reminding me of you. And I stay up countless nights just trying to forget, lying back to back in someone else's bed, but I can never seem to get you out my head. I walk by the cafe that you always go to. Don't know why. Was hoping that I'd maybe bump into you and your friends, and we could pretend this is the first time. And if I'm being honest, I thought I'd really lost it. 'Cause I save all these stories, these love songs, the things I never said to you before. I have a trash bag dedicated just for you. Throughout all your things I said I'd never lose, still I find a sign reminding me of you. And I stay up countless nights just trying to forget,